I don't think your wife should be telling you anything as a man. You should be dictating everything, and it's your way or the highway. The man is the leader, and he's the authority, and that's how it goes.
Oh, you're one of those.
So
okay,
you wouldn't imagine yourself getting married?
I mean, in the future,
So you would let your wife cheat on you?
No.
No.
This is not a two-way street.
Bless you.
Okay, so let's say you're married, you would cheat on your wife.
He just said that.
Okay. I'll be very blunt about this. I think men are superior in almost every way. And since I think that comes with benefits, but it also comes with responsibilities. I also don't think it should work. I don't think they should be focusing on a career. I don't think they should be doing anything that takes away from the family. I think they should be focusing on that. But with that said, I do think that since men are and they're responsible, they also have authority. The problem is that women want a man to take care of them and be a leader and be competent, but they don't want to follow that man's rules, and I don't agree with that. So if we're going to go ahead and have chivalry, like she was saying, or a gentleman or whatever, I think that needs to go all the way and bring it to its logical conclusion, which is the man is the head of the household, he's a leader, he dictates how things goes, and in return, the woman has a carefree life where she can kind of enjoy her life, not have to worry about working, entering the workforce, stress, and the only stress she does have is kids. And I think if it's enough children, the man should have a capability of maybe getting a nanny to assist her, or maybe bringing his mom into the play, because I do think that one parent raising the child is going to be very difficult. But, you know, I'm a firm believer that if a man's going to have responsibility, he needs to have authority with that.
And he can afford it, too.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Oh, sorry, a question for you. Is this religious based, or is this just as you've grown up?
I mean, you can make the argument that, like, yeah, you know, that it comes from a religious base, but then if we just look at it, if you just want to look at it strictly scientifically from a biological standpoint, it holds true as well.
I'm not asking. No, I'm just saying, like, based on like
both. I would say, yeah, it's a combination of. You could say it comes from like my religious background. I grew up in a Muslim household. Then as I got older, right, because I used to think like, why do they have this belief system, etc. Then as I got older and I started like studying the differences between the genders from a psychological level and from a physicality level, I realized that men truly are superior in every way. So we shouldn't be listening to you guys.
How dare you? A relationship is not.
Well, y'all shouldn't be listening to them either. Period.
Listen, I think that there's a lot of confusion because you are a polygamist and we grew up in a monogamous society, so that there's a lot of confusion. So I guess in my mind, it sounds like you use the word cheating, but you're upfront about it.
Yes.
So you're not cheating. You're a polygamist and you're communicating with your partner who is also okay with polygamy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I do want to state here, let's assume that I was a monogamist. I would still have the same worldview. I would still say that I'm to my woman and she needs to listen to me.
I'm not even addressing. I'm not even addressing the superiority or anything like that. I'm just saying about the cheating, because that's when everybody leaned forward and was like, you know.
Problem. He's honest, but most men are not.
I'm aware. That's why I was just addressing him.
So cheating in general is going to be what he's covering, because they won't tell you what he's telling you right now.
Oh no, I'm speaking to him directly because I'm also a polygamist. That's what I'm also a polygamist.
Wait, Nick.
What a T?
Wait,
I'm also a polygamist. I'm okay with dating multiple people and my partner dating multiple people if that's what we decide that we want to do.
Wait, so you want to date other niggas?
Sometimes, yeah.
Isn't that an open relationship?
No, that's not an open relationship.
You can't call that polygamy.
That is polygamy.
That's being.
No, that's polygamy. I'm not getting paid for sexual services.
But what if guys do it?
No, it's not. I'm not getting paid for sexual services. If I want to have two boyfriends and my boyfriend is okay with me having two boyfriends, that's polygamy. That's actually polyandry, but we'll leave that right here.
Is yours a religion?
I never said he likes watching me have sex with other men.
You might as well.
Okay, well, look, that's okay.
No, but I just wanted to know, like,
sure.
That's what I just wanted to know. I get that other men also feel as though like they're polygamous, but they'll lie and they'll finesse and whatever. But I was literally just directly asking.
No problem. I mean, a lot of women ask me for my worldview on that, but that's where my worldview stems from, is where I think men are better than women in general.
What?
Now,
in general, like in everything in life, you think men are better than women?
It's a fact.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Okay, so may I ask you another question other than this one?
Sure.
Okay, so if you feel as though men are superior to women in every facet of life, then why would you entrust...
Let me be specific. I think men are superior in almost every realm of human endeavor that we can both compete in. So, for example, a lot of women try to say, well, you can't have kids. Well, we can't compete in that, so that doesn't count.
Oh, I wasn't going to even bring that up.
Yeah, but when it comes to like leadership, competency, genius levels, IQ, etc., men rule. in everything.
Lovely. I wasn't going to talk about bearing children because that would be a nonsensical argument. I'm saying I was going to specifically ask about parenting because both genders can be parents. And if you believe that, then my follow-up question would be, then why are you entrusting the rearing of your children, the majority of it, to a woman, your partner? And then if you want to hire a nanny, I'm going to guess 9 times or 10 times out of 10, you would hire a female because you wouldn't want another man raising your children. Yeah. So if you believe that, then explain the logic if you can.
Sure. Well, fathers actually make better parents for children than women do. And I'll explain. This comes from the book, The Rational Male, Book 4, where they compared single father households to single mother households, and the single father households did significantly better when it came to that child becoming an upstanding member of society. Yeah. So though they might not get the same level of nurturing and caring, a father's job 9 out of 10 times is to be a disciplinarian. So they'll keep them from being degenerates. Now, with that said, well, does that mean they might have some instability and, attachment issues as an adult? Sure, but at least it won't be criminals. So fathers, statistically speaking, do better than mothers.
Okay, but that wasn't my question.
They're better parents, is my point.
I understand that, but that wasn't my question. I firmly understand all of that, but I'm saying if you believe that, then why do you entrust the rearing of your children, the majority of it, to women?
Oh, because I'm there as a disciplinarian.
Okay.
Because I'm there as a disciplinarian. So, because I'm still involved, obviously. But if we were to, compare apples to apples and put a single mom and a single dad, the single dad does better. So, the mom is there to kind of accentuate the situation, but the father is the base. And this is something that we don't talk about in society because it's taboo to give men flowers and it's taboo to criticize women or criticize mothers.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
It's not the mainstream narrative, I know.
Well,
listen.
My question is, because I saw this IG post and I wanted to know if anyone could relate to it. It was, women are raising their sons to be soft, and then women are raising their girls to be more masculine. And
yeah, a perfect example of this is community.
Mm-hmm.
Community, if you look at the crime rates, 60% of the crime is committed by 8% of the population, which are black men. So, why is that? Well, a lot of them grow up in single mother households.
Yeah, nigga.
So, I know, like I said, I know this is unorthodox information, doesn't get pushed out there much, but the truth is that men truly are better at almost everything. I know people don't like to hear that because we coddle women and tell them that they're the best, but yeah.
What?
I feel like it also depends on the individual, though. Like, even if you say that is an overall statistic,
sure,
or whatever you think, it does come down to the person, because there are a lot of men that aren't as good as me. Like, they can't do as much as I can. They're not as smart as I am. They're not as intelligent as I am. They can't do the things that a man should be able to do. If they are a man and they can do everything.
And what realm are you talking about specifically that they can't do what you do?
They may not be able to make money the way I can. They may not be able to teach someone things like relationship advice, how to emotionally be intelligent, or how to build stability. How you say you dominate, you teach them how to actually live in the world. Mm-hmm. I came from a single parent household with my mom. My dad would not have been able to teach me the things that my mom has taught me. They offer different things. My dad, my dad may have taught me how to do things in the real world, yeah, but there's things that I wouldn't be able to imply also if my mom hadn't taught me those things as well.
Yeah, you're using anecdotal experience to kind of prop up your argument. I'm just saying in general, men are better at most things. So
that's why I said you're overall statistically, but it does come down to the person.
Yeah, but exceptions don't make the rules, right? Like if we take one girl, for example, that's brilliant, that is an engineer and has a higher IQ, that's still a minority of the population versus there's a lot more men that will reach that pinnacle. For example, most geniuses are men, but most are also men. So men dominate both sides of the spectrum when it comes to excellence and mediocrity. Most homeless people are men,
Okay.
But the reality is the way we compensate for that is we're also at the other spectrum of excellence as well. So whereas women tend to be more in the middle.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
In general, men are just better at everything. Look, being honest, like if we had to rely on ingenuity, we would still be rubbing sticks together for fires. They don't invent anything. They don't really contribute to society like that.
What, you want to say something?
Nah, I'm just.
I
Let's
mean,
run through these questions.
Okay,
Mr.
listen.
Men are better than everybody. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So
I think that's even shown in the way that you guys may select. You guys aren't looking for a man on your level or below you. You guys are looking for a man who's taller than you, makes more money than you. I mean, your own attraction triggers look for and filter for superiority.
Who's y'all?
Women.
In general.
Okay.
So the things that you're attracted and aroused by literally are superior to you. That's what women look for. They don't look for an equal. So wouldn't it be fair to say that to mate and be able to procreate, men need to be superior, therefore they are, because we have a very strong incentive to become superior, because it literally relates to whether we get to procreate or not? Think about it. Human beings are put on here to procreate. Fair? Would you all agree with that?
Sure, for the sake of the argument, okay.
Yeah, human beings are put on earth to procreate, right? It wasn't until modernity that now we have all these hobbies that we can engage in. But since the beginning of time, when we're put on earth, is to procreate. So for men, for us to procreate, we have to be competent to a degree, as stated by many of you. We need to be able to lead. We need to be able to be tall. We need to be able to be strong to protect you in hunter-gatherer days, right? Okay, now, what do men look for? Is she young and beautiful? We don't really screen for as much. So what ends up happening is, few men have the requirements where they're actually superior, but a lot of women have the requirements that men are looking for because we don't look for a superior, we look for an inferior. We're okay with inferior. So what ends up happening is 90% of women since the beginning of time have procreated, whereas only 40% of men since the beginning of time procreated. So the fact that 60% of men don't get to procreate proves my point. Women disqualify most men because they're not superior.